In the quaint town of Maplewood, nestled among rolling hills and whispering pines, lived a boy named Ethan. At 15, Ethan was known throughout Maplewood High School not for his kindness, but for his harsh words and intimidating presence. He wore his toughness like armor, shielding himself from a world he believed was out to get him. Ethan's parents had separated when he was 10, leaving him to shuttle between two homes that never felt whole. His father, once attentive and loving, had become distant, burying himself in work to cope with the divorce. His mother, overwhelmed with her own emotions, struggled to provide the support Ethan needed. Feeling abandoned and powerless, Ethan turned his pain outward, finding a twisted solace in exerting control over his peers. Among his targets was a quiet boy named Sam. Sam was small for his age, with unruly brown hair and a penchant for sketching superheroes in the margins of his notebooks. His reserved nature and creative interests made him an easy mark for Ethan's cruelty. Daily, Ethan would shove Sam against lockers, mock his drawings, and taunt him with names that echoed long after the school day ended. One crisp autumn afternoon, as the leaves painted the town in hues of orange and red, Ethan's life took an unexpected turn. Walking home from school, he noticed a group of older boys gathered around someone near the park entrance. Curiosity piqued. He approached and saw Sam, clutching his sketchbook tightly, surrounded by the jeering teens. "What's this?" one of them sneered, snatching the sketchbook from Sam's hands. "Little Sammy thinks he's an artist." Sam reached out desperately. "Please, give it back." Ethan watched as the boys tore through the pages, laughing at the drawings that Sam had poured his heart into. A strange feeling stirred within him, an uncomfortable mix of recognition and shame. He had been the one inflicting such pain, but seeing it from the outside made him question his actions. Before he realized it, Ethan stepped forward. "Hey, leave him alone." The older boys turned, sizing him up. "Or what?" Summoning courage he didn't know he had, Ethan replied, "Or you'll deal with me." There was a tense moment before the boys scoffed and tossed the sketchbook to the ground. "Whatever, man. Let's go." As they walked away, Ethan bent down and picked up the tattered book, handing it to Sam. "Here." Sam took it cautiously, eyes wide with surprise. "Thanks," Ethan nodded, an awkward silence stretching between them. Finally, he muttered, "I'm sorry for everything." Sam studied him for a moment, then gave a small nod. "Okay." That night, Ethan couldn't shake the image of Sam's fearful eyes and the realization that he had been the cause of such fear in others. He thought about his own pain, the loneliness that gnawed at him, and understood that hurting others hadn't lessened his own hurt. It had only amplified it. Determined to change, Ethan approached Sam the next day at school. "Hey, I was wondering, could you teach me how to draw?" Sam looked surprised but nodded. "Sure." As weeks passed, an unlikely friendship blossomed. Ethan discovered a passion for drawing he never knew existed, and Sam found confidence in sharing his talent. They spent hours after school sketching together, their conversations shifting from art to life, dreams, and fears. Ethan's transformation didn't go unnoticed. Teachers saw a change in his demeanor. The harsh lines of his personality softened. He began standing up for other students who were bullied, using his former toughness to protect rather than harm. He even joined the art club, where he and Sam collaborated on a mural for the school's entrance, a vibrant depiction of unity and diversity. One afternoon, as they put the finishing touches on the mural, Sam turned to Ethan. "Why did you help me that day in the park?" Ethan paused, reflecting. "I saw myself in those guys, and I didn't like what I saw. I didn't want to be that person anymore." Sam smiled. "People can change," Ethan nodded. "Yeah, they can." Through his journey from bully to friend, Ethan learned that kindness held more power than intimidation, and that redemption was possible when one chose to face their flaws and make amends. His story became a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the transformative power of empathy and friendship.